On September 20, 2023, a Pinellas Park traffic stop escalated from a civil tag violation into a first-degree misdemeanor. The driver's decision to provide her mother's identity-triggered independent criminal liability under Florida law are entirely separate from the original traffic issue. The initial stop was constitutionally valid. Under Delaware v. Pruce, reasonable articulable suspicion of a traffic or equipment violation is sufficient to justify a vehicle stop. An active cease tag order issued under Florida Statute, Section 320.7, because the registered owners held suspended licenses, provided that basis unambiguously. No Fourth Amendment challenge survives this predicate.
Hello. You wasn't running from me, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Running from you?
Yeah, you kind of pulled off the road right quick. No, over at 19 on to turn. Okay.
So the ride came in.
Okay. Are you the registered owner of this this truck here? All right. Well, the reason why I stopped you is because both of the ROs on this truck, the registered owners, it shows that the licenses are suspended and that there's a cease tag order on the truck.
A who?
A cease tag order, meaning the state wants their tag back.
Oh,
Do you have your driver's license on you? It's only if you're the registered owner, though.
No. I don't have my driver's license on me. No, I don't.
Do you have a Florida driver's license assigned to you?
And my Bible.
A cease tag
I
order.
tell my daughter, I'm driving for her.
No, I hear you. So, this will keep happening until they figure out what's going on with their tag.
I want to see if she knows her license is suspended.
Yeah, I don't know. I can look real quick. That way you can let her know.
Yes. So that'll happen while you drive.
Yeah. Because when we run tags and stuff, because some of us have like tag readers and whatnot, it'll show up
Yeah, I was running from
automatically.
you. I was doing live for my granddaughter.
Okay. As long as you got a valid license, it'll be quick.
What'll be quick?
I said as long as you got a valid license, it's not will be quick. Well, as long as it's not suspended, you'll be good. I gotta check.
I don't have it with me though.
I'm getting your social so I can run it.
I don't know my social right offhand.
What is?
I know, I really don't. Seriously, I have
What is your first name?
Angela.
Hey, how are you?
I'm okay, how are you?
Good. You know your social, any chance?
I don't. I'm dyslexic with numbers, and so I don't really recall it. I've never learned it.
Yeah.
So no.
Okay.
I don't know my social right off. I have my car. I'm driving for my daughter. This is her vehicle.
Okay.
And so I just went and picked up my granddaughter.
Okay.
And so she was going along a ride with me, and I was going.
What's your date of birth? Okay. How old are you?
63. Yes, sorry. 60 years old. I'm 60 years old.
You're 60 years old?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Okay.
60 years old. I just look good for my age. Yeah.
You sure do.
Very good.
Okay.
I'm proud of that myself.
All right. All right, hang tight 1 second, okay? We're trying to figure this thing out here. So who's the vehicle registered to?
It's my daughter's vehicle, as far as I knew.
Okay.
Yes, by now.
Is that her?
No, this is my granddaughter. Julia.
Oh, it's your granddaughter. What's your daughter's name? And how old is she?
40, I think.
Okay. You don't know how old when's your daughter's birthday? Okay. All right, hang tight 1 second. Let's see the picture again. So who's the vehicle registered to?
I'm pretty sure it's her. That's her, right? Or does she look older? I only saw her for the couple of seconds.
She looks a little older. Is there any tattoos or anything on her? Is she in Viper or something like that? Okay. The name that she give you.
She gave me this name, date of birth.
Okay. Is the vehicle registered to that person?
No.
Okay. Let me see something. So the vehicle. Okay. Let me take a picture real quick. Go back to the pictures. I'm trying to see. All right. Now go to the other one. She said.
This is the name, date of birth,
Okay.
and address that she gave me.
All right. Put her at what? 60, right? Okay. Are you giving us the correct name, ma'am?
Yes, I am.
Okay. It's just a traffic stop.
I have nothing to hide, nothing to lie about.
I gotcha.
I'm driving my daughter's truck.
Okay.
Okay. With My granddaughter.
Okay.
And that's the, I don't understand. It's like, I feel like you're harassing me.
I'm trying.
Maybe you should be harassing my daughter. I don't know if she even know the situation that she has.
Harassing your daughter?
Huh?
Why would we harass your daughter?
Because if she's the one that has a suspended license.
She doesn't have a suspended license.
Oh. I thought you said something about she said a tag.
Yeah, the tag. We're trying to figure out the tag. It's not the suspended license.
I don't know what her situation is. I just know I brought her truck.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. This is the person you give.
That's me.
That's you?
Yes, that's.
You don't have any moles or any freckles. There's no moles on your face here.
That's makeup at the time.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let me figure this thing out here.
Okay.
Okay.
No problem.
All right. Because
I have no reason to lie to you, sir.
it's a citation, right? For just a tag.
Okay. So I don't understand.
Right.
Citation for a tag.
But I'm saying, and then if you're lying to us about the name.
I'm not lying to you.
No, I'm just saying, right? I'm trying to help her out here to clarify this thing here, right? Because if it's just a tag, we can deal with the tag. And if you're lying about the name, and then that's an arrestable offense, right? Because you're lying to a law enforcement officer, right? It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. We're gonna figure this thing out, okay?
Please.
So, okay.
Please.
All right, hang tight. Okay. She has freckles on her face, right? She doesn't have anything there, right? I'm trying to see you there. Is there anything at the bridge of her nose? See if you can get a fingerprint scanner. Let's work on that. You have any documentations with your name on it?
No,
Nothing.
I just took the truck for around the block for this.
Okay, so nothing in your name.
No.
Nothing in your name.
Not here. No, not in her truck.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna grab a fingerprint scanner, and we're gonna confirm the name.
That's harass.
It's not. It's investigation, right?
Why are you investigating?
Because we can't determine who you have no documentation to provide us, right?
I'm driving my daughter's truck.
I'm saying you. I understand. I can identify your daughter, right? You look like your daughter, which is not.
Our brothers are day apart.
Okay, I got you. Well, we're gonna take care of that. We're gonna take care of that real quick, all right? Because it's going from a simple, potentially a verbal warning.
My daughter. Okay, she's my daughter's license. It's suspended. It's a tag. Something.
Right. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's traffic. Who cares? Who cares, right?
I just don't. Right now.
It's not a big deal, right? Because now when you lie to us in terms of a name, now that becomes criminal. So we have to investigate that.
Well, what if I did lie?
Okay.
You wanna arrest me now?
No, tell me the truth, and I'll work with you.
I didn't even know my license was suspended.
So is it you? Be honest with me. Hey, I'm trying to work with you here, man. All right? Listen, it's a traffic stop.
I got to go to work at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Right now, I didn't even know my license was suspended.
Okay.
I honestly did not.
All right. You did not know your license is suspended.
No.
Okay. So this is your car. You're the person.
It is, but
All
right
right.
now, I don't.
All right. Hang tight. I'll work with you.
Hold on,
Stop.
I just want to tell you one thing.
Go ahead.
I have to go to work at 2 o'clock.
Okay. I got you.
I'm trying to make you live, make a couple dollars.
I got you.
Me and my daughter.
Okay. All right.
And like I said, I just bought this truck last year.
All right, listen.
I didn't even know what is my license suspended for?
I don't know.
Pay my child support?
I listen. Relax. All right. Let me figure it out because now I'm trying to investigate something else.
Mike's is suspended. Mike's, she said the other owner. He's not the real owner. That's my boyfriend.
Okay. All right. Don't worry.
I'm the owner.
Let me figure it out. Hang tight.
I know his is. I never knew mine was.
Okay. Let me figure it out. Hang tight. Okay. It's okay. Listen. Listen. Like I said, you're going from nothing to something. I got you. Hang tight. She told me that's her. You can cancel the thing. All right.
569, you can cancel our license.
All right. So she was like, I didn't know my license is suspended. It's me. I'm sorry for lying. I said, listen, you're turning something that's traffic into criminal, right? So just tell me the truth. I'll work with you, right? It's not a big deal. It's traffic, right? So you take that whatever you want to do with it. But you want to just nail it for the right? So she said she doesn't know.
She should have lied to me about her name.
Okay. So whatever. So what do you want to do?
She's going. She gave me the name, date of birth, and address of, I'm assuming, her mom.
Her mom or her grandmother,
and said this car was her daughter's car.
Her daughter meeting her.
Yes.
Yeah, so she was impersonating her mother. Yeah. Okay.
Once lawfully detained, the driver's identity obligations were defined by Hiibel v. 6th Judicial District Court of Nevada. The Supreme Court held in 2004 that a state may require a detenido disclose their true name during a lawful Terry stop, first and without implicating Fifth Amendment protections against self-incrimination. Florida codified this in Statute Section 90136, providing a false name to an officer during a lawful detention, first-degree misdemeanor, punishable by up to 1 year in county jail and a $1,000 fine. The legally critical distinction is between active substitution and passive refusal. Refusing to provide a name carries lesser legal consequence. Providing another person's name completes the criminal often see moment it is uttered. A fingerprint scanner announcement warrants its own constitutional analysis. Frazier v. Cupp, 1969 Supreme Court precedent. Law enforcement deception during an investigation does not automatically render a resulting statement involuntary. The announcement was factually accurate. Portable fingerprint scanners are a legitimate, available investigative tool. Rule: no false promises were made, no threats were issued. The resulting confession was voluntary as a matter of law. Miranda protections did not yet apply. Under the Terry framework, Miranda rights attach at the moment of arrest, not during investigative detention. Voluntary statements made before custodial arrest are fully admissible, provided no coercion occurred, and none did here. Under Florida Statute Section 90136, the offense requires 3 elements. First, a lawful arrest, detention, or criminal investigation in progress. Second, voluntary provision of false identifying information. Third, the subject's knowledge that the information is false. All 3 elements were met. The driver's claimed ignorance of her suspended license may be a mitigating factor at sentencing, but it does not constitute a defense to the false identification charge, which is complete upon the knowing act itself.
Yeah, I showed her the photo, and then I was like, "That's you don't have any," and then she said it was makeup. You know what I mean? It was like the freckle thing.
I'm sorry for lying.
For something that I probably wouldn't have even cared about.
No, listen, I want to tell you something, because listen, I'm not a bad person. Yeah. I gotta work at 2 o'clock right now.
Yeah.
And I didn't know my license was suspended. I swear to God. Last thing I knew, my license was valid. I never knew anything.
I would have given you a ticket, told you to take it to court because it's probably insurance, and that's it.
Listen,
that's it, and you had to give me.
But I stopped. I didn't keep going with it because I knew that wasn't the right thing to do. I thought maybe if I could, I gotta be working 2 o'clock. I'm trying to do the right thing. I be to work every day. I'm a supervisor. I'm a shift lead at Save a Lot. I was going for, like I said, but I didn't even know my license was suspended, so I could see if I knew.
Something I would have given you a civil citation.
So now you're gonna arrest me, officer?
Yes, because you provided me a fake name. You gave me your mom's.
No, but listen.
You gave me no. You listen to me. You gave me your mom's name, her address, her birthday. That's not okay.
Criminal though.
You cannot lie. You have another cup.
I'm not a criminal. I swear I'm not.
For something I would have given you a civil citation for and probably threw it out in court. Because you lied to the police about you impersonated your mother.
Really?
Yeah, really. You gave me her name, birthday, and address. That is not okay.
Hang tight 1 second. We'll figure this thing out here. Who can we call for you?
I just feel like she's trying to be mad. How do you do anything good? I don't get it. Oh yeah. Hold on, my daughter. Just call your grandma.
Can you call Grandma, please?
And can you make sure you're on my windows? Bro, these windows up, get all my stuff. I mean, make sure.
We're not going anywhere. We're gonna stay here with you.
No, but I need somebody to get my truck. Like,
Come on.
Okay, we'll figure that out. We're not gonna tow it. Don't worry. We're not gonna tow it.
I need my mom to get my truck.
Okay. I got you. How old is she?
17.
Okay, you don't drive, right?
No.
Okay. All right. Hang tight then.
Female officer receives a B+. The stop was properly predicated. The arrest for false identification was legally correct and clearly articulated to the subject. The grade reflects that the pivotal investigative work, photo comparison, age deduction, and the fingerprint scanner tactic was driven by her backup officer. The male officer receives an A-. His identification of the photo age discrepancy, his deduction of impersonation, and his use of lawful psychological pressure to elicit a voluntary confession were tactically and legally exemplary. Here. One deduction: after obtaining the confession, he appeared momentarily ambivalent about the arrest decision, creating a brief inconsistency in the partnership's enforcement posture. The driver receives a D, where she entered this stop facing a civil tag citation and a first offense suspended license charge, both likely to resolve with minimal consequence. By impersonating her mother, she completed an independent first-degree misdemeanor that cannot be undone by subsequent remorse. The escalation was entirely self-generated. 3 legal takeaways from this incident. Lesson 1. Florida's duty to identify obligation under Hiibel Statute Section 90136. that providing false identification does not reduce legal exposure, it creates new independent criminal liability. Lesson 2. Law enforcement is constitutionally permitted to employ deceptive tactics during an investigation. Officers are not required to disclose the limits of their evidence. A subject who fabricates an identity assumes the full legal risk of that fabrication being exposed. Lesson 3. Miranda rights are not triggered by an investigative detention. Voluntary statements made before custodial arrest are admissible. The right to remain silent must be exercised by remaining silent, not by speaking falsely. Let us know your thoughts on this case in the comments below. If you found this analysis useful, consider subscribing for more legal breakdowns of police interactions. Thank you for watching.